Witch Trials Weekly, Video 41, October the 21st to November the 3rd, 1692, the fall of the court of Oyer and Terminer.
Since we are planning on releasing a special video for Halloween next week, we will be combining 2 weeks this video. Judge Samuel Sewell visited his ailing brother Stephen, who said he would serve God better if his life was spared. On Sunday, October 23rd, Reverend Samuel Parris presented a sermon about reconciliation. Unfortunately, but rightly so, family members of the imprisoned, accused, and executed were in no mood to reconcile. The General Court in Boston received bills requesting a fast and convocation of ministers. The people hoped that with fasting and prayer, Satan's delusions might be avoided and the proper way to proceed with trials might be discovered. Although passing either bill would be admitting that the court had mishandled the witch trials, the bill passed 33 to 29. On October 27th, Ann Putnam Sr. gave birth to her 8th child, 6 of whom were still living. Joseph Wilson petitioned for the release of his wife Sarah, who had been in prison for 15 weeks, and his daughter Sarah Jr., who had been in prison for 6. In Boston on October 28th, Lieutenant Governor William Stoughton confronted Governor Phipps and his council about whether or not the Court of Oyer and Terminer would sit as scheduled on November 1st. He did not receive a direct answer, but rather an uncomfortable silence, which most took to mean no. The following day, the General Court passed a list of 13 capital offenses. Witchcraft was still a crime in England and thus in New England. If any man or woman be a witch, that is, hath or consulteth with a familiar spirit, they shall be put to death. Again, Phipps was asked the fate of the Court of Oyer and Terminer. Some people worried that with the demise of the court, it would cause even further problems. However, Governor William Phipps said that the Court of Oyer and Terminer must fall. Back in Salem village, 2 children were baptized. Abigail Putnam, the latest addition to Anne Sr. and Thomas's family, and Jonathan Tarbell, the grandson of Rebecca Nurse. The news of the fall of the Court of Oyer and Terminer hadn't reached Salem village yet, so people were still unaware of what would happen with the delayed court proceedings and executions. Families continued to grow divided. Thomas Putnam, of course, believed in spectral evidence, while his brother Joseph did not. According to his descendants, Joseph kept his horse saddled and ready for 6 months during the trial and kept himself armed in case he needed to fight or flee if anyone came to arrest him. November 1st came and went, and the Court of Oyer and Terminer did not sit.
This video was produced with special permission from the author, Marilyn K. Roach, and publisher, Cooper Square Press. The Salem Witch Trials, a day-by-day chronicle of a community under siege, covers the years 1692 to 1697 in detail. It also touches briefly on important and relevant events before and after this time. We are proud to carry all of Ms. Roach's books and publications in our museum store. To get a copy for your personal research and enjoyment, please visit www.salemwitchmuseum.com.